Good morning. Welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, August 5th. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 36. After the crowd had eaten enough, Jesus made the disciples get into a boat and go on ahead to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone, but by this time the boat, battered by the waves, was far from the land, for the wind was against them. And early in the morning Jesus came walking toward them on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified, saying, "It is a ghost," and they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." Jesus said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat, started walking on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he noticed the strong wind, he became frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and caught him, saying to him, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" When they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." When they had crossed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret. After the people of that place recognized him, they sent word throughout the region and brought all who were sick to him and begged him that they might touch even the fringe of his cloak. And all who touched it were healed. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right, so the apostles were sailing on the seas, and there was a strong wind. There were lots of waves that threatened the boat. So it's like a storm was boiling or brewing. And then they saw Jesus walking on the water. You know, when you're on the sea with a little boat and there's a storm, you're afraid that you're going to die. Yeah. Because the symbol of the sea is that it is a symbol of death. It is where the sea creatures or sea monsters lived. We are not meant to live in the sea. So you're in the middle of the ocean with just a little security, which is your boat, and even the waves are about to batter it down and to threaten to capsize the boat. So there was the fear of dying at that time. And then when Jesus came, he said, "Don't be afraid." He's walking on water as if Jesus is saying, people are afraid of death. To me, death is just nothing. I'm just stepping and walking on it. That's how powerful Jesus is over death. And even at that time when they were very scared, Peter even dared, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you. Tell me to walk on death, to walk on this place of sea creatures that can kill me. I will go wherever you call me." I think this is the the prayer of Peter. "Lord, call me. I desire to be with you." The vocation that we are called is to be with Jesus. Yeah? Whether it's to become a priest or a religious or to be married or to be single, the call is to become close to Jesus. And sometimes it's a dangerous place. It's dangerous to be with Jesus. You're afraid that you're going to grow old alone, or you're not sure you're going to handle all the responsibilities of married life. You're afraid that you will uh, endanger yourself and your soul. But as long as you're close to Jesus, then that's enough. That is the call. That's the vocation. And Jesus said, come, come to me. But as soon as Peter saw the waves, he sank, he lost faith. And we see this. People who are men who are priests, sometimes when they face difficulties, their faith is shattered. Couples who are very loving to begin with, when problems start to creep in, they get rattled, when their marriage is shaken. And those who has accepted their vocation to live a single life, the fear of what's going to be, uh, it shakes us when we are face to face with real problems. But Jesus is there to save us. And the moment the wind stopped, the storms stopped, they concluded, truly you are the Son of God. And I think it's important to acknowledge that every time we face difficulties or problems, Jesus is there to save us. We should never doubt that He is with us, that He cares about us. When He calls us, He equips us, He keeps us safe. So always put your trust in the Lord, no matter what difficulties you face. When you are following Jesus, there's nothing to fear. He's just walking on the storm, walking in the midst of the storm, walking on death, walking on water. So let us put our trust in the Lord always. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.